Woohoo!
Hello, my sewing friends. I'm Jen, and this is Friday Sews. Friday Sews is when we talk about sewing and life. And please do click on the hashtag and go find all the people that do it. And while you're down there, don't forget to subscribe to this channel so you don't miss any of mine. Let's talk about sewing. Yeah, no sewing this week. My room is still a disastrous mess, but in my defense, I was gone all last week. I was gone to Georgia, where I was helping my daughter get her house ready to sell. She and I and her oldest sister, who came down from Virginia, all met together. And so we did some painting, some revamping. I walked all through her house, told her about staging and all that kind of thing. And they both had to work during the day. So I got away and went to Fine Fabrics. Fine Fabrics is in Jonesboro, Atlanta, Jonesboro, Georgia. And it is massive. It is a massive warehouse where they have all manner of fabric. They have formal wear, they have suiting, they have knits out the wazoo, they've got poly cottons, they've got denim, they've got scuba, they've got outdoor fabrics, they've got upholstery, and did I miss anything? Every kind of fabric you can think of, they've got it. And I think mostly they have knits and formal, but they've got a fair amount of poly cottons, that kind of thing, and trims and zippers and buttons. And I need to stop there, or I would be here all day telling you everything they have. Well, I went up there, and I went up there so that I could match this fabric. I looked and looked and looked and walked and paced and matched, held it up. Can I match it? Can I match it? This is the oddest color because, to look at it, you think, how many times have I seen that color? I've seen it everywhere. Yeah, you have, except that this one is purple. It's purplish. It's really a royal blue, but it's a Ponte blend. It's a really nice fabric. But I can't find any more of it. And I made New Look 3640 from it. I got the pants done, got the jacket almost done, and it didn't fit. Ah! So I decided maybe I could find some more fabrics. So I didn't find it. I didn't find anything close to it, but I got a lot of stuff. And here's a peek at what it was like when I was there. I'm in Georgia at Fine Fabrics. Oh my, look at all the fabrics. So I came in here to match this, but I can't find anything except this. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get that. But I also found many, many other things. So I'll show you as he cuts them. Maybe not, maybe. Yeah. So now I can choose.
Why not?
So plan B, make a jacket out of something else and make it to go with this. So what I found was this knit, which I think is going to work great. See how that blends? I think it blends really well. So this is just a 4-way stretch knit. I don't even know what to tell you that it is. It's just a 4-way stretch knit, but I liked the print. I got a black zipper to use, and I think it's going to work. I really do think it's going to work. So this is plan B. Plan C is give up and make the pattern again, make it fit you, and make it out of something completely different. I really do like the what's monotone look. And so I don't know, maybe I'll find another fabric that's as beautiful as this one and be able to make a whole, I don't know, what would you call this? We used to call them tracksuits, but you know, whatever that is. Yeah, I really like the pattern and I really love this fabric. So I would love to be able to make something one color out of all of it.
Editing Jen here. I looked online this morning. That fabric originally came from Joann's, and I looked at the fabric content of what I think it was, and I think I may have found it online. I don't know. We'll see, and I'll keep you posted. I ordered a sample.
Anyway, that is that knit. And then, because when I made that jacket, I talked about ways to fix it because it's too small and it's got princess seams that go down. That's part of the problem, is the princess seams, which I have talked about before and I won't talk about again. But one of the ideas was to put a contrasting fabric in those seams so that it looks like it's supposed to be there, but it makes it bigger, makes the jacket bigger. So I got some white ponte, and this is all this is white ponte. It's a similar weight to the blue, but not exactly. But it's 4-way stretch, kind of. Well, no, I guess it's just 2-way stretch. Anyway, it'll work. It'll work if I want to go that route, which I might, since I'm not going to finish that jacket with the same fabric or make a new. I don't know. You get the idea. And then I, of course, had to get some other stuff since I was there. So I picked up this. This is I think it's 100% cotton. It's a very lightweight. It's embroidered. It's got this gorgeous, gorgeous embroidery on it. And I just think it's beautiful. And I think it's perfect for a pair of wide-legged elastic waist pants, like palazzo pants. And I just think, oh, those would be so nice. I got 2 yards of this, I think. Nothing has been washed, by the way. And then I think, yeah, I went a little bit Hawaiian crazy. Did not mean to do that, but I was walking down the aisles and I saw one color of a Hawaiian print. I am a sucker for Hawaiian prints. But I saw this one and I thought, oh, that's so pretty. I'll get some of that. And then I saw it in another color and another color and another color. So I kind of just went hog wild and I just bought them all. So I'll start with this one. This is the red. These are very traditional Hawaiian prints. So I got this one. That's what that looks like. So 2.5 yards of that. That's enough for a sundress. And then I got pink. I'm not even going to try and undo this. Well, maybe I will. Pink. I think this is the side that, yeah. Isn't this gorgeous? Here's a blue. Can't argue with this print. It's Hawaiian. I love Hawaii. And I have 2.5 yards of this. I have this, which is the same print again, but it's that beautiful aqua. Just another Hawaiian print. Got about 2.5 yards of this, so I've got plenty to do whatever I want with. And then I have this one. This one I think is the one that caught my eye first. And it is, oh, these are stiff. I think maybe no polyester, maybe just all cotton. But this, oh, it's just beautiful. It just is. And to be honest, you could use the backside and it would be just as beautiful. Beautiful. Got the green. The green I would not wear. I don't think I would wear this. I don't think it would suit me. So what I'm thinking is something else. Maybe a skirt, because I could wear white with it if I made a skirt, or something for someone else, or an accessory like a bag. That might work. I think I got 1.5 yards of this one, and I also got 1.5 yards of the black. Kind of wish I'd gotten some more of the black because I really like this one more than I thought I did when I was standing there. So it looks like that. I think this would make a pretty sundress. just kind of like something a little different than your average, everyday sundress. So there's that. And then, of course, I saw some ditzy prints, so I had to grab those. This one it's just so pretty. There's that. This one's got some softness to it. It probably has some polyester in it. Although, who knows? I don't know. I don't really care. It feels good and it's pretty. So there's that one, and then I got a pink one. There we go. There's that one. So pretty. So pretty. Probably one of those fabrics needs to be an 8640, since that's my favorite dress. And that is all I got at Fine Fabrics. Now, they are so nice. So nice. I had a wonderful conversation with the woman who checked me out, and she asked where. I said, I know it's a lot, but I have to get a bunch when I come here because I can't. And she said, where are you from? And I said, Florida. And she said, how far? And I said, 8 hours. She said, oh, you do that in 2 days, right? And I kind of laughed. I thought, no, I don't live in a country where you do that. I live in a country where you drive until you can't drive anymore, and then you stop, and then you drive some more. So she was so kind to me, and she rang it all up, and then she said, you know what, I'm going to take off the tax. She gave me a huge discount, really huge. So I spent about $160, which I don't think is too bad for the amount of fabric that I got. Most of it was $6 to $7 a yard, roughly. So I did well. And I don't need to go fabric shopping anytime soon, because I've looked and I've been doing fabric shopping and keep saying I don't need to do any more of that. And then I do. And then what am I doing? I don't know. I don't have any place to put this stuff. Yeah, I'm finding that out more and more. I am making progress. This week, I ran into some challenges with trying to put dividers and organizational things into my new sewing desk, which is a Husky table. And it has 2 very long 4-foot drawers. So I came up with some creative solutions. And that's all the sewing. Not really anything under the machine, sadly, but I would come out here and sew, but it's hot. Right now, as I'm sitting here, it's about 87 degrees, so it's hot. I've got the fan going and the curtains pulled to block out the sun. I hope you can see me. I don't know. But anyway, that's all the sewing. And that's really all the life, too. I was gone last week, and I was up north, and it was great to be with my girls. So other than having traveled, come home, been here, working on the room, kind of am overwhelmed by the room still. Actually, the thing that's overwhelming me right now is all of this fabric down here on the floor. It's going to have to be washed. Yes, I'll be doing laundry for a little while. As always, I'm going to move on into a little bit of Jesus. So if that's not for you, then thank you so much for coming and enjoying my fabric haul. Let me know if there's anything that you would have gotten while you were there, or if you've ever been there, and what you would suggest to make with all those. So I will see you next time. For my little bit of Jesus today, I just pulled one of the cards out of my little box, a box of verse. This is just kind of like a verse a day if you wanted to pull one out and read them every day. I found it at TJ Maxx, and I think you can also get them at Dollar Tree still. I got a bunch a year and a half ago, and they're wonderful. This one says, therefore encourage one another and build one another up, just as you are doing. That's from 1 Thessalonians 5:11. My husband is the greatest encourager I think I've ever met in my life, and thank God I married him. There is a man in the Bible named Barnabas, and he was known as the encourager, and that's what he did. He was so good at just building people up, saying things to them that would encourage them, obviously, and that would, give them maybe a little bit of a perspective on them or their situation, which was positive. It's just positive words And boy, can we get enough of those? No, I don't think so. I can't. I'm always so grateful to be encouraged. And I was so encouraged last week when I was reading some comments from you all. And I had mentioned that we have family drama. What family doesn't have drama, to be honest? But you were so encouraging. And several of you said, I'll be praying for you. I have family drama too. And whenever you said that, I stopped and just said a quick prayer for your family drama and to encourage you, for God to encourage you. So, yeah, we all, I mean, life is so daily and it's always challenging and it's full of trouble. And then there's heaven. That's going to be fantastic. So, be encouraged today. Be encouraged. No matter what it is that is in front of you that you're facing, He's bigger than that and He's standing right behind you. That'll do it for Friday Sews. So thank you so much for being here, for watching, for subscribing. And you know I love you all. So I'll see you next time.